Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This question is to all three of the companies involved. Can you guarantee us here today that no one driving one of these vehicles outside of the territories currently covered, Florida, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the places with high humidity, if you are driving one of these vehicles with one of these devices in it, outside of those territories, can you guarantee us that no one will be injured by this device in the way we've seen in other places?
Maybe I'll start. As I mentioned in the opening statement, it's the currently all issues from the past incident or problems is already addressed and taken care of. And according to my understanding, I believe that it's products we are producing right now, and including replacement kits and produced under well-controlled branching processes, and should work as designed and as safe. And regarding regional recall, you mentioned about the 4 states for the high absolute humidity area. According to our record, these area, due to the high absolute humidity environment.
No, I understand. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. I have limited time. My question is pretty straightforward, though. If you bought a car and you have one of these cars with this device in it, and you have spent the entire time in North Dakota or South Dakota or Wisconsin, not one of these places, can you tell us here today that you are confident that no one will be injured in the way we saw, for example, in Florida?
If it's not currently under recall, covered by recall, I believe our products in the car works are designed and safe, as I said before.
Okay, so we're never going to read about a story of someone outside of these areas covered by the recall that have been injured in the same way that we saw, for example, in Florida. Is that your testimony?
According to my knowledge, again, it's I believe it's these vehicles considered to be safe.
Okay, what about did the other companies have a?
Senator Rubio, we have recalls outstanding that are connected to Takata manufacturing issues. We did these recalls 2008 through 2011. They had no geographic limit. Those are uncompleted recalls, and I was just discussing with Senator Cantwell our struggles to get those completed. Those customers, we want them to come in. There's risk there. We want those customers to come in. We want to get to 100%.
So my question is people that are not covered by the recall for various reasons, where they purchased a car. So you're saying you're talking about the recalls that had nothing to do with geographic limits.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about the ones that do, the ones that maybe that's not specific to your company. If your car is not currently covered under the existing recall, you have nothing to worry about?
We've identified higher risks, sir, in the humid areas, and that's what we're still working on right now to gather more information about those vehicles, both there and in non-humid states.
Yes.
Senator, I would characterize, in my opening statement, I characterized this situation as an ongoing investigation, and at least once during the testimony, I reiterated that in the absence of a defined root cause for the beta population of vehicles, I think we would find it difficult to guarantee 100% as to the risk outside of the geographic regions identified. I believe the test data and the incidents confirm those areas are of high risk and utmost importance to deal with those first. But with the open status of the root cause, I could not affirm your question.
To the best of your knowledge, with the minute that I have left, to the best of your knowledge, did any of your companies at any time calculate that the costs of conducting a recall outweighed the benefits of alerting consumers, and therefore decided not to move forward with some of this earlier in the process? In essence, was there ever a time here where a calculation was made that it would cost so much financially to deal with this that we're better off not doing anything about it because the safety risks don't justify it? Did that calculation ever happen at any of the 3 companies?
I can confidently say that that's not the case at Chrysler.
To the best of my knowledge, no, sir.
It's not the case.
Okay, my last question. If I am driving one of these cars now, and I don't live in one of the states covered or areas or products covered by the recall because of where they're geographically located, what should I do? Just go on about my life and not worry about it?
Sir, we've communicated to our dealers that if our customer has a concern, has a worry about driving a vehicle in one of...
My question is, should they have a worry? If you're not covered currently by the recall, but you're driving one of these cars, should you have a worry?
Again, we see the risk much higher in the human states, and it's an open as to what is the cause. That's what all of us are trying to get to right now with regard to these this regional SIC.
Senator Rubio, I would say that for the Chrysler vehicles not covered by the recall, I would drive them myself.